implementation. He does projects in Infosys, Dallas, United States. He has been involved in enterprise risk management implementation and IT audit for many international projects in USA, UK, Japan, China. And his other professional interests include he is a visiting faculty at IIM Bangalore, teaching IS audit and fraud analytics. He is a speaker at North America CACS and Euro CACS of ISACA. He is a visiting faculty at ISACA of the CA Institute and Wellington Institute of Management. So we welcome you to this program. Thank you. So before I hand over the mic to the chairman for his opening remarks, we have a special guest, the Chief General Manager. Okay, so we have the General Manager Neeraj Kumar Panda from SBI. May I request Mr. Neeraj to address and give his views on this occasion. Welcome, sir.
Good afternoon to all of you. Dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. So basically, I'm from State Bank of India. I'm a general manager with State Bank of India. I've been with State Bank of India for more than 26 years. So I'm based out of Chennai only. So I told that I should talk something about MSME and how the MSME landscape is changing and how the bank is doing what it is doing in this space and something also relevant to this gathering. So I would start briefly by saying that India, maybe as you will be knowing, we have a dream of reaching $5 trillion economy, and we wanted to reach that maybe in 2025, but unfortunately due to pandemic, maybe we may get 2-3 years, it may get 2-3 years extended. But as you may be knowing, like nowadays at the current times, many developed countries and developing countries are struggling. But we are basically, after the pandemic, they are struggling, and also due to geopolitical situation which has happened in the recent past. But India is has bounced back, and it has actually all the many parameters we are seeing good changes happening, and in terms of credit growth also, and in terms of the government after the pandemic, the government support, RBI support, and bank how they acted by extending the CL emergency credit line. This actually helped the MSME to actually bounce back. So, see, Make in India concept also, it has contributed significantly to the ambition of actually getting into the $5 trillion club and subsequently to the 10 trillion, what is the long-term ambition of the country. And this has actually helped us in developing a manufacturing hub, and it will take India to a great extent. It will help and take India into the future. And MSME, as you know, we have more than maybe 6 crore MSMEs present in this country, and they are the backbone of this economy. And they are basically now, if we see, they are contributing around more than 30% to the GDP, and 40% to country's export, and employing 11 crore people, more than 11 crore people, employment generation they are doing. So this is the kind of contribution the MSMEs are making. And if we are talking about growing economy with the pace what we are talking about, maybe 7.2 to 8%, 9% in future, then they have a significant role to play. And as you know, State Bank of India has been actually focusing on the MSME space for long. And in that direction we have done a lot of things, and during the COVID times it was the first bank to come up with the support, and we supported the MSME sector like anything. And whoever was banking with us, whatever was the need, we have supported them, and most of them have come out of the crisis. And it is very much evident that our entrepreneurs are so capable that if we give timely support, they can bounce back. And that is what we have actually done as a bank, I can say proudly. And if we see, I'll just briefly tell about the bank's SME initiatives. We have around 1100 specialized SME branches all over India. These are actually SME focused branches. So what we do here, we have specialized relationship managers here who are dedicated to offer service to the clients in the MSME space. And we have a CPC concept, a central processing units concept, where actually we handle loans up to 50 lakhs. So it's a standardized process and it's very uniform, so that the TAT and in terms of improvement in the product, services, all these things are taken care of, and it's a kind of specialized hub where we cater to our MSME clients. So if we talk about the MSME client, let me tell you one thing. Today morning we are discussing maybe one person who availed 2 lakhs credit from State Bank of India, maybe before 10 or 15 years back. Today he is enjoying loan of 40 crores. So that is the growth potential what MSME has. When we see MSME sector, from a bank standpoint, I will tell you that let's say we give a personal loan or something, it gets paid over a time, maybe 3 years, 4 years. But if you go a loan to MSME sector, then if the business grows, it grows along with the bank, and bank also grows along with the business. So that is the flow. And not only a bank actually gains from the business, we also cater to the retail, retail credit requirement of its employee, the investment requirements, everything. Whatever is possible, we take care of those things. So bank is very actively into the MSME space, and we are encouraging MSME industry to come up. So just a few points, like another product what I would like to tell to this forum is that this PMAY and Stand Up India. These are the two things bank is aggressively trying to give formal credit to people who are actually coming up with this entrepreneurship abilities, and they want to do something and start a new business. So that is very much available. My advice to all of you will be, when you are dealing with client, please encourage them to get into this thing. Some points I would like to tell which will be actually relevant to this gathering when you are basically dealing with MSME and advising them on something on their financial needs and what type of things they will do. 4 or 5 points from the bank's perspective, I will tell you that please advise them to have a proper management of their cash flow. Cash flow is very, very important for the MSMEs. So if they are going for a expansion, please tell them to have some long-term credit. Don't utilize the short-term fund available for going for a long-term project or a capex, which will actually going forward and squeeze their cash flow. So that is very, very important thing. And also tell them to manage their supply chain. Please tell them to manage their supply chain, and tell them to build a strong balance sheet so that they get good credit and cheaper credit from the bank. And another thing is, please tell them to do due diligence on the buyers, and also avail trade credits, which is now available in case of default, because if a default happens, they may not be able to actually sustain that kind of loss. So please take care of that. You can advise them on this, and also tell them to adopt digitalization to the extent possible, and also approach the formal credit from the banking sector or other channels which is possible to the extent possible, so that they get cheaper credit and it is cost beneficial to them. So this is all I have to say. Thank you. I hope you have a nice gathering.
Thank you, sir. That was so nice. So you said we are BBB, bridge between banks and businesses. Thank you. So I now request the chairman of the session, CMS Ramesh Garu, to give the opening remarks and kick off the session.
Gurubhyo Namaha, Hari Om. It's my duty to remember and pay tributes and respects to my mentors, gurus on this occasion. I would like to start this with my guru, mentor, Dr. Sri H.R. Subramanian, who was instrumental in bringing me and developing me and making me this number and a person who can stand before you and say a few words. My respects to him, Mr. Dr. H.R. Subramanian. Going forward, Sri A.N. Raman sir, Sri M.G.K. sir, and Dr. Durga sir, Ramanamurthy garu, G.M. Venkatraman, B.R. Prabhakar, former chairman of SARC, B.R. Nagaraja, former chairman of SARC, M.R. Prabhakar, who was my classroom teacher in Bangalore chapter, was the chairman of Bangalore chapter. G.I. Srinivasamurthy, who was my inspiring person, and all the more Sri S.R. Rao, who recognized me when I was a student. My respects to all these people with whom I worked and from whom I cherished and learned a lot of things, to be on the dais in front of you to say a few words on this occasion. You all know that the digital financing tools are very many and too many, in the sense that have been bulldozed with words like, the abbreviations like OTP, QR code, UPIs, AEPS, e-banking, e-wallet, POS, internet banking, and the list goes on and on and on.